What's going on, guys? So basically, the reason I didn't post yesterday is I actually ended up getting a car accident. So if you don't see these things, broke a couple fingers, but I'm okay. It's gonna be okay. And basically, MLB The Show dropped a huge content drop. I mean, oh my gosh, there's so much stuff with the postseason, and you can only just expect more from this. It's kind of the first little hint at finest and stuff like that coming out. These postseason cards, these playoff cards are going to be really fun. A lot of these guys are actually pretty glitchy, and let's get into looking right at them. So, looking at these cards, let's go bottom to top. I'm going to talk about some of the cards that are usable. I think that Max Fried might be a little bit glitchy good. He's got a decent windup. He's got really good per nines, and I'm honestly intrigued about this guy. I'm definitely going to pick him up. And he looks pretty good. I mean, he's got a sinker. He doesn't have a cutter, but he's got a slider. If you look at his pitch differentials, they look good enough. I mean, I think that his fastball and sinker being different pitch speeds are pretty good. His differentials, they look really good. We're just going to have to see if he's good. I'm not going to know until I actually get this done, which will probably be done by the end of the day. Some of these guys look good. Some of these guys don't. These are some of the intriguing cards that I think. I think Gio Urshela, I love his live series card. I think that he hits pretty well. I mean, he's going to be decent. He can play shortstop. That's what I kind of liked. If you don't have Tatis, this might be your budget shortstop. He's got pop right side, and you really just don't know until you use some of these cards. I think Flaherty might be glitchy good. He's got good per nines, and he's got kind of good stuff, and I think that he could be decent. This is the one that I think is going to be good, Yasmani Grandal. Switch hitting catcher, 94 fielding, with above 100 pop both sides. Vision, it doesn't really matter that much this year, and I think that this card might be disgusting. He's definitely a budget catcher. I recommend trying this guy out, as I think he's going to be really good. I mean, just look at these guys' stats. I mean, he's a switch hitter with good pop, above 100 plus. He's got 90 plus contact on both sides. The arm is a little bit of a noodle arm, but other than that, he's looking pretty good with 94 fielding. He'll block balls for you. He'll be pretty good, and I think this guy is going to be one of the better guys out of them. We go and look at Brandon Kitzler. I think this guy might be in a lot of guys' bullpens. He's got a sinker and a slider, and he's got good per nine, so this guy might be a beast out of the pen. Framber Valdez, I also like. He's a lefty. He's got great per nines. I mean, you guys need to get these guys for relievers. It's going to be really clutch for some of these bullpen guys. This is a good left-handed arm with a sinker and a curveball with good differentials, not great differentials, but it'll play. And I think that Valdez is going to be really good. I don't really see any of the other guys being good. Tyler Duffy, maybe. He's a little bit weird, but you never really know with those type of arms if they're going to be good. I like his per nines. I'm going to try him out, but I don't like the 68 home runs per nine. I feel like he might get raked off of a little bit. Now, as we finish this, I'm going to actually end up talking about how to get these moments done very fast, and I'm just going to kind of go over the moments with you guys. So I've only done one of them so far, I know, but based on this so far, these don't look very hard. I compare these a lot to like Tops Now moments. And I believe you get to choose 4 cards out of this, so you're gonna get 8 cards here. So you guys definitely should do this. A lot of these guys will make your team, and basically the guys that I pointed out are guys that I think you should pick. I think that this challenge for hitting home runs, it shouldn't be too easy. It shouldn't be too hard, at least. Power swing with your guys. Trust me, it's gonna make it a lot better. Power swing, get on base 6 times. You got 3 games to do that. That's only twice a game. Hitting a tank isn't going to be that hard. Just make sure that you're power swinging. If for some reason you think it's really weird and you're not used to it, you can still normal swing. I'm not saying don't do that, but it shouldn't be too difficult. Tally 2 extra base hits. I consider just using normal swinging on this, as you're going to be going gap to gap usually. And this shouldn't be too hard easy. These guys are all on veteran difficulty, except for this is on all-star. But it's a 1-game pitch 1 inning, so it should be pretty easy. Pitch 5 innings. I just recommend pitching to CPU is a lot different than pitching to actual people. Don't throw high sinkers, throw high four-seamers. And if you throw a fastball, I recommend throwing change-ups off of that, because for some reason, kind of like in real baseball, whenever you throw a CPU, a fastball, and then you throw a change-up, they always look really dumb. Just pitch like you would in a real game. Just don't pitch like you would in MLB The Show. It is different. Completely different mindset whenever you're pitching against an actual computer than you are against a person. So you look at some of these, hit a home run. That might be a little bit annoying, but it's on veteran difficulty. It shouldn't be too hard with Gio Urshela. Tally 5 hits and 3 extra base hits. I don't really necessarily recommend power swinging on this because they're just extra base hits. and you need hits in general, just normal swing on these, go gap to gap, kind of work on that. That's how you're going to do it. Again, more hits challenges, just do what I said. If we go into the NL wild card, I'll kind of go over these. Tally 3 hits. Recommend normal swinging on this, obviously, just kind of going over these. Strike out 9 batters. Don't give up 3 runs. Sometimes they're annoying, but make sure that you're throwing a good amount of balls. Don't absolutely fill up the zone because they swing at balls. One thing that you can throw against a CPU that you can't throw against a real person, sliders away to right-handed hitters that are balls they'll swing at. So you can throw a sinker inside and then like a cutter or a curveball outside, and they'll actually end up swinging at it and looking really dumb. So that's just another pitching one, just kind of what I said. Strike out 5 batters. Like I said, pitch a lot out of the zone. Don't throw high sinkers, throw high fastballs, throw high four-seamers. I recommend just throwing a lot of balls out of the zone. If you're a sinker cutter guy, then throw a sinker inside, cutter outside, and then maybe a cutter even further outside, or maybe a curveball down. That'll probably get the punch out pretty easily. Strike out 3 batters, not too hard, just kind of do what I said. And then base hits, I'm just going to kind of go over these next couple ones, just normal swing, stuff like that. I think you guys get the idea. I've gone over a lot of them, but that's going to be how you finish these moments really fast. I'll probably finish these like I do in tops now. I don't expect it taking me more than about 30 minutes each. This should take about 30 minutes, and this should take about 30 minutes. You guys need to do these challenges. I mean, if I haven't said it enough, you get 8 diamond players from this, and I don't care what your guys' team looks like. It's nice to have these players for events and other stuff like that. I recommend doing this. It's a lot like tops now. I don't believe that they're sellable. I looked on the market and didn't see them, but maybe I'm wrong. Hopefully I'm wrong. Maybe just nobody has them yet, but they would still be up there, so I didn't really see that. I'm just going to double check on here, but I don't think that they're sellable. However, I feel like you guys should still do this. I mean, looking at my pin right now, I think that Valdez will make my pin over Crochet. I need to get rid of Hoffman, so I'm planning on using one of those guys. Who knows if Max Fried will actually get any time, but I don't really see it happening, especially with how Whitley's pitching and a lot of these guys are pitching. Maybe I try him over Maddox for a little bit, but Maddox is still pitched pretty good for me with a sub-4 ERA. So I'm just kind of seeing that there, and that's what I'm thinking for a lot of these guys. They honestly look really nuts, and SDS doesn't really give us a lot of free cards that are good. You got to take advantage of the ones that they do, and you got to really just persevere and use these cards, because I feel like even if you're a team that's very good, you can still use some of these cards. Like I said, Gio Urshela, if you don't have Tatis, might be your shortstop. Max Fried might be good, and some of these relievers like Valdez will make my pin, and I think will be pretty good. We won't really know until I get to try these out, and I'll let you guys know in tomorrow's video, but I feel like it's really good. Anyways, that's why I didn't post yesterday, is because I got in a car accident, actually. Just kind of unfortunate thing happened, and I just kind of totaled my car, stuff like that. But I'll be okay. I can still play MLB The Show a little bit, and I'm kind of doing it just here and there. Thank you guys so much for watching. If you guys can hit that sub button, hit that like button, it really helps me out a ton. Anyways, I'll see you guys in tomorrow's video, and I'll see you in the next one.